Welcome back to WorldCoin USA. Today, we are uncovering the fascinating history of the 1996 Kennedy half dollar. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 50-cent coin, but behind its shining surface lies a remarkable story of honor, history, and American pride. This coin has traveled through countless hands, survived decades, and continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. Now, let's begin the incredible journey of the 1996 Kennedy half dollar. The story does not begin in 1996. Instead, it takes us back to one of the most emotional moments in American history. On November 22, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. His sudden death shocked the entire nation. Millions of people mourned the loss of a young president who inspired hope and dreamed of a brighter future for America. The United States wanted to honor his memory in a lasting way. Rather than waiting years, government officials moved with incredible speed. Within only a few months, artists from the United States Mint completed a new design for the nation's half-dollar coin. In 1964, the first Kennedy half dollar entered circulation, becoming one of the fastest coin redesigns in American history. People rushed to banks to collect the new coin. Many refused to spend it because it represented far more than 50 cents. Families placed these coins in albums, drawers, and safe boxes, believing they were preserving a special piece of history. As the years passed, the Kennedy half dollar remained one of the most recognizable coins in America. The portrait of President Kennedy continued to remind people of courage, leadership, and national unity. On the reverse side, the powerful American eagle proudly spread its wings, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. Now, the story reaches 1996. By 1996, the Kennedy half dollar had become less common in everyday circulation. Most Americans preferred quarters and $1 bills, so half dollars were seen less frequently in stores and banks. Even though millions of 1996 Kennedy half dollars were produced, many were never widely used in daily transactions. Instead, collectors saved them in brilliant condition. The 1996 Kennedy half dollar was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint for circulation. Special proof versions were also produced for collectors. Each coin represented the same historic design that had honored President Kennedy for more than 3 decades. But collectors know something important. Not every 1996 Kennedy half dollar is exactly the same. Some coins were struck with stronger details than others. Some display beautiful mint luster that still shines after many years. Others contain rare minting errors that make collectors stop and take a closer look. Imagine discovering a coin with a doubled design, an off-center strike, a die crack, or another unusual mint error. These mistakes happened only for a short time during production, making them far more desirable than ordinary examples. That is why experienced collectors inspect every Kennedy half dollar carefully before spending it. Condition also plays a huge role in value. A heavily circulated coin may only be worth its face value, but a perfectly preserved mint state example can attract serious interest from collectors. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, sharp details, and original mint luster are always more desirable. Another fascinating part of this coin is what it represents. Every Kennedy half dollar is a reminder of a president whose vision inspired millions of Americans. Even today, decades after his presidency, his image continues to travel across the country through this historic coin. For many collectors, owning a 1996 Kennedy half dollar is not just about money. It is about holding a small piece of American history. Every scratch, every mark, and every detail tells part of a journey that began inside the United States Mint and continued through the hands of collectors and families across generations. So, if you ever find a 1996 Kennedy half dollar, don't spend it too quickly. Take a closer look. Check the mint mark, examine the condition, and search for unusual features. What appears to be an ordinary 50-cent coin could become a memorable addition to a collection, or even a valuable discovery if it has a rare error or outstanding preservation. The story of the Kennedy half dollar proves that coins are more than currency. They are silent witnesses to history, carrying memories from one generation to the next. The journey of the 1996 Kennedy half dollar was far from over. As America entered the late 1990s, this remarkable coin quietly continued its path through banks, collections, and the hands of people who often never realized they were holding a small piece of history. While many coins disappeared into everyday transactions, the Kennedy half-dollar followed a different destiny. It slowly became a collector's favorite. Fewer people requested half-dollars from banks, and many of these coins remained safely stored in mint rolls, collector albums, and family collections. This unexpected change meant that well-preserved 1996 Kennedy half-dollars became easier to find than heavily circulated examples. But the real adventure was only beginning. Inside the United States Mint, every coin had to pass through enormous steel presses that struck each blank planchette with incredible force. Thousands of coins were produced every hour. Most came out nearly perfect, but every once in a while, something unusual happened. A die shifted. A planchette moved. A tiny crack appeared in the die. These small moments created mint errors that collectors still search for today. Imagine opening an old coin roll after many years and discovering a Kennedy half-dollar with a dramatic die crack, a double design, or another unusual striking error. That ordinary-looking coin could suddenly become the centerpiece of an entire collection. This excitement is exactly what keeps collectors searching. For many hobbyists, the thrill is not simply finding silver or gold. It is discovering a hidden story inside an ordinary coin. Every Kennedy half-dollar has its own journey. Some spent years in cash registers. Others rested untouched in bank vaults. Some traveled across the country in the pockets of soldiers, travelers, and families before finally reaching a collector's hands. The 1996 Kennedy half-dollar also reminds us how quickly history can change. More than 30 years had passed since President John F. Kennedy's presidency, yet his portrait still appeared exactly as it had for generations. Young Americans who had never seen Kennedy in person still recognized his face because of this coin. That is the true power of coinage. Coins do more than buy goods. They preserve memories. Long after newspapers fade and television broadcasts are forgotten, a coin remains exactly as it was on the day it left the mint. Collectors often examine the smallest details under magnification. They study the hair above Kennedy's forehead, the lettering around the rim, the eagle's feathers on the reverse, and the tiny mint mark beneath the date. Every sharp detail increases the coin's beauty and collector appeal. Many beginners wonder whether every 1996 Kennedy half-dollar is valuable. The answer depends on one important factor: condition. A coin that spent years in circulation usually shows scratches, worn details, and dull surfaces. Those examples are common. But a brilliant uncirculated coin, with glowing mint luster and almost no contact marks, tells a completely different story. Such coins are always more desirable because they appear almost exactly as they did on the day they were struck. Professional grading services carefully inspect these coins under powerful lighting and magnification. The highest graded examples become especially attractive to advanced collectors who want only the finest pieces for their collections. Another reason collectors admire this coin is its timeless design. The portrait of President Kennedy symbolizes leadership and hope, while the majestic eagle on the reverse represents the strength and freedom of the United States. Together, these two designs have remained among the most recognizable images ever placed on an American coin. Even today, many people receive a Kennedy half-dollar in change and simply place it aside because they rarely see one. That simple decision has helped preserve thousands of these coins for future generations. Perhaps somewhere, inside an old drawer, a forgotten coin jar, or a family collection, another beautiful 1996 Kennedy half-dollar is waiting to be discovered. And maybe, the next one will have an unusual mint error, exceptional condition, or a fascinating story that no one has uncovered yet. That is why collectors never stop looking. Every coin tells a story. Every date marks a chapter in history. And every discovery reminds us that even the smallest object can carry the greatest memories. Ending hook. The next time you find a 1996 Kennedy half-dollar, don't look at it as just another 50-cent coin. Hold it carefully, study every detail, and ask yourself one question. Could this be the coin that collectors have been searching for? Thank you for watching World Coin USA. If you enjoyed this incredible journey through the history of the 1996 Kennedy half-dollar, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, because our next video may reveal another rare American coin hiding an extraordinary story, and it could be one that's already in your pocket.